Hi, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to this video tutorial for grade 7 bio. In this video, we are going to learn about variation. Till now, we talk about the similarities in different groups of animals and different groups of plants. But now we will learn the classification in a different way, and that way is called variation. Before the definition of variation, let's have a look at the picture right now. You can see on your screen. There are capsicums that you can see on your screen. So can you please think for a while that why are not the fruits from the same plant identical? Like right now you can see different vegetables. Uh, these are all capsicums and they belong to the capsicum species, but they are looking different. They are different in color, even different in size, and different in their shape as well. Why this happens? So the answer to this why we will find in this today's lesson. Also, if you say why are the identical twins not identical? Twins have identical genes in their bodies, but still they don't have the identical characteristics. They may have differences in their skin color, they may have differences in their hair colors, they may have different eye colors, they may have different height even. So why all this happens? This we will learn in the variation, in the topic variation. Also, right now you can see different horses are shown. They are different in colors, different in size. They all belong to the horse category, horse species. They are different in size, different in colors. Why this happens? Variation we will understand inshallah. So first have a look at the definition of the variation. Variation means any difference in animal or plants or group of animals and plants caused by either by genetic differences or by effect of environment, that is called variation. It means variation can be because of the genetic reasons or it can be because of the environment. The differences between the individual species can be due to any of these reasons. Variation is of great importance because variation in features is used to separate living things and from the classification system. If we don't understand the variation between the species, we will be unable to know the differences between the species, and then it will not be possible to form a unified classification system as we are using. As you have seen, we study about the groups of plants and groups of animals. So the variation helps us to understand the classification system in more better if we know the variation and the reasons of the variation in the species. For example, within the species, there is usually can be a great deal of variation between the individual. Right now, you can see uh, three different cats are shown. Now, they belong to the same species, but there is a great deal of variation between each individual. You can see each individual is looking too much different from the other, although belong to the same uh, species, that is the cat species. But still, there are a lot of differences in them. Also, in this picture, you can see different kids are. There are variation in their skin color. There are variation in the hair colors. There are the variation in the curliness of the hairs. There are the variations in the eye color, and also there are the variations in their gender. Some are female, some are male. So the variation can be in a lot of different ways. Variations may be inherited or acquired. What is the meaning of inherited variation or acquired variation? Inherited variation will result from the activity of genes. They come genetically, they are transferred from the parents to the young ones. Genetically controlled variations cannot be changed. Like genetically controlled variations are hair colors, skin color, blood group, fingerprint, gender. They cannot be changed naturally. So we call them, they are the inherited variations. They they come from the genes. They are also called the genetic variations. Secondly are the acquired variations. Acquired variations like language can be changed. Obesity, a person can be of different size. It can be fat. It can reduce the weight, can change the weight throughout the cycle of the life. So it means we will say it is a variation. It is a variation from one individual to another, but it is not inherited. It can change also through the same lifetime or lifespan of the person. Same way, athletic skills are also acquired variations. They either will come from the environment or they will come from the activities. All the acquired variation will come from nutrition. So, they can be changed. They are not fixed. Same way, the body physique, suntan mean the changing of the skin color because of sun. If a person will sit under the sun for a long period of time, so his skin color will change. This changing of skin color is called suntan. So suntan is also an acquired characteristic. It is an acquired variation. So it can change later on the time. It can be changed. So this was an introductory lesson about the variation. In next lesson, we will learn some variations in different species of animals and different species of plants. So see you next time. Goodbye.